How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rallis and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I want to talk about a topic that I think most people look over, which is what are some possible pre-evolutions, yes, specifically pre-evolutions, not new evolutions, that we could see in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, I really want to bring this up because we haven't really seen many pre-evolutions added in the recent times, and this could be an opportunity to finally bring it back, bring into the fold some new Pokemon, or, well, new Pokemon that belong to old Pokemon, if that makes any sense. Nonetheless, that's what we're going to take a look at today. But before we do any of that, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the comment of the day from last video, and of course, our new question of the day, which is, if there was a Pokemon that you could pick that would 100% get a pre-evolution in Scarlet and Violet, who would that be? Let us know in the comments down below. And now let's dive right into it, so grab yourself a beverage. Starting things off, we have ProtoB, which is a design made by Maohi Region. This lad is fantastic. He makes so many cool pre-evolutions that I think are just really incredible. And all the featured comments and, all the featured artwork is going to be from him. So let's get into it. This is the soft horn Pokemon. It is a bug type and it evolves into Heracross when leveled up with high friendship. First of all, its design is just adorable. It's just cute, tiny, and also Heracross is one of those Pokemon that I think in terms of like attention it got, it's kind of like really stayed back in generation, what, like 5? No, 6 actually, with the introduction of Mega Heracross. That was the last time we got any sort of attention to it, and beyond that, it hasn't really seen much love or anything added to it. And it's one of those Gen 2 Pokemon that I personally think is really awesome. I mean, it's based on a beetle, which really is an overlooked like bug in general. They're pretty badass if you think about it, but it's kind of an overlooked one. So why not give it at least a little bit of love? Because at least this way, we know that it has a Mega and it has a pre-evolution, and that would just kind of complete it almost. It would just be a complete Pokemon at that point, having a full-on evolutionary line instead of being a single-stage Pokemon, which, yes, I know some Pokemon should have single stages, but in this case, why not introduce it? His description for this one is a cute and quarrelsome Pokemon. It's the ideal combination to describe this Pokemon. The ProtoB's soft body is more sensitive to direct attacks, so it prefers to fight stealthily. The small claws are their main weapon, and they can deliver precise blows. The horn on top of the head serves to capture the surrounding environment like a, and then I kind of cuts off here, like a sort of antenna. Even though they don't have a tough exoskeleton, they don't miss the opportunity to do battle. So these things are not as strong as, you know, a full-grown, I guess, Heracross in this case, but they are still strong and willing to go out and fight, and I personally would love to see this thing introduced in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and perhaps kind of even maybe possibly a version that would connect more to the actual lore, mythology, and just what, like, Spain and, you know, Italy actually, Spain and Portugal have to offer in terms of, you know, mythology, lore, environment, biology, all of that. So I want to see you guys' thoughts and opinions of this one. Next we have MooMoof, which is the calf Pokemon. This would be a normal type Pokemon, and essentially there would be a male and female version of it, and they would evolve based on their gender into, well, either if you have a female MooMoof with a shiny stone given to it, it will evolve into Miltank. But if it is a MooMoof that is male and you give it a shiny stone, it will evolve into Tauros. So the actual gender split here will be 50-50 between which ones you would encounter and what typing they will be. But yes, the ones that evolve into Tauros would essentially be the ones that would be the males, and the females would be Miltanks, which I think is really cool. The design itself here for these two is actually pretty neat as well. They're described as following: these little ones love life on Pokemon farms. They are known for their voracious appetite and can eat large areas of pastures. The female MooMoofs are more docile and like to help others, I guess, and the males, however, are more aggressive, using their curved ears as horns to intimidate. So I guess those things will not be good enough to actually bash anybody in using their curved ears. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Either way, they live well with other Pokemon species and are patient with children. So what do you guys think? Would you want to see a pre-evolution for, in this case, Miltank and Tauros? I mean, Tauros is essentially a wild bull of sorts, and Miltank is just, well, literally a giant milking cow. So I mean, what else can you really say about it? But I feel like Tauros would fit into like the actual space of specifically Pokemon like, you know, Scarlet and Violet much better, and I think it would be cool if we gave it, you know, a pre-evolution. I've already talked about possibly an evolution or a regional variant, but why not even go the extra mile and just give it a pre-evolution, which kind of explains how it turns into what it is. I think that personally would be really cool, but I want you to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on it as well. Next, we have Albedo, the ground worm Pokemon. This is a ground type, of course, and this would be essentially an evolution for no else than Onix. Yes, Onix, our boy and friend that hasn't really seen much happen to him since, I guess, the Steelix evolution and Steelix Mega. That was the last time around we saw something, but I feel like completing its evolutionary line with this would be perfect. You would have then, you know, essentially Albedo, then you would have Onix, and then finally Steelix, a full-on 3-stage line with the added Mega Evolution of Steelix as well. As for this thing, though, it is evolved when, basically, when you give it Rock Slide, right? That's when it will actually, like, level up while having Rock Slide on it. It will turn into Onix. As for its, you know, gender, it would either be male or female, 50-50 split. And for its description, albedos are found in shallow soils because due to their more fragile skin, they cannot withstand high temperatures. They use the tip of the tail as an anvil to grind food and as a defense. They avoid exposing themselves during the day, preferring to dig the soil to regulate body temperature. After good training, they are more resistant to soil pressure and can evolve into the magnificent Onix, which honestly would be really cool. Again, Onix does have an evolution and a Mega as well, so maybe you just don't think it deserves another thing, but I wouldn't mind seeing this happen. I think it would just be really neat. Next, we have Taperin, the Hypnosis Pokemon. This would be a pre-evolution of none else than our good friend Drowsy in this case. So Taperin, to actually evolve into a Drowsy, it would need to have high friendship, including it also holding a Whipped Dream, which not sure exactly how that would work, but nonetheless, that's what it would need. It would be a 50-50 split between male and females. And for its description, it's a cute but mischievous little Pokemon. These are the little Taperins. They like to make innocent cheats with humans and Pokemon using psychic powers. However, because they aren't so skilled, the Taperins end up sleeping after working hard. So they essentially exhaust themselves by just being themselves and going out there causing havoc and being a nuisance, more or less. So they're just like little pranksters that go around being annoying, but they are not even strong enough to handle their own power, which makes them pretty much knock themselves out at this point. So what do you guys think about that? Next, we have a pre-evolution for our good old friend Eevee. Yes, so I know a lot of people want an evolution and everything, but what if we got an even smaller Eevee? I don't know about you guys, but I think that could be kind of a fun little concept. So this is Eevee, the puppy Pokemon. It will be a normal type, and Eevee would basically, when leveled up with high friendship and holding a heart pendant, evolve into Eevee. These things would have 87.5% of being males and 12.5% of females, and the description points them out like this. This rare Pokemon has been seen very few times in the wild and is Eevee's pre-evolved form. They are small and their size facilitates breakouts, which is always prefers to fight. Its chocolate-colored coat is easily camouflaged amidst rocky terrain, where it usually makes its dens. They don't like to be alone, so they can be part of other family groups of Pokemon seeking protection. I don't know about you guys, but having kind of a Pichu-fied, almost like Eevee, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, Pikachu's already a small Pokemon. Eevee's already a small Pokemon. Why not even give it like almost a Pichu-type Pokemon as well with Eevee? I think it would be cool. I think it would work. I see no issue with it, and I've included this one in previous lists because I still want it to happen. So what do you guys think about it? And the final one here on the list from our friend Greg and Raid or Maohi region is specifically Brocant, the drilling Pokemon, as well as I guess its kind of counterpart in this case, which would be in this case, Warmium, which is the Carbitor Pokemon. So what are these two? Well, one of them is based on Heatmore, the other one is based on Durant. These two are conflict Pokemon. These two hate each other. One is an anteater, the other one's a literal ant. One is fire type, one is steel type, and bug, I guess. But that's besides the point. The Brocant, the drilling Pokemon, these guys are bug types, and they evolve when you like level up with Special Iron Mine. In the Special Iron Mine, that's how it evolves into Durant. This would be kind of a 50-50 split between male and females, and they're described as following. This shy Pokemon is seen in forests and mountains in small groups. They spend the day digging the ground with their powerful antenna-shaped drills, creating huge underground galleries. Their fangs are still small, so they cannot bite too hard. Although small, they can carry large amounts of soil and rubble when they decide to dig. And honestly, man, why does Durant not have an evolution? I'm actually kind of surprised that that's the case. Like, I would have assumed that it would have actually had an evolution by now, but it doesn't. It really does not. So why not introduce that? A small version, almost like an army of Durants, because, you know, army ants are a thing, and ants in general like you know, they have a lot of conflicts between each other. Actually, it's kind of incredible how many conflicts ants have between each other because there's so many of them. So why not introduce a smaller version, almost like a worker ant, that would be there, the pre-evolved version, going around gathering soil, doing like the menial tasks, while the big boys handle the combat against the big Heatmores, which leads us over to Warmium, which is the Carbitor Pokemon. This would be evolved into by leveling up, well, a Warmium in the special volcanic field, and this is where it would evolve into Heatmore, and this thing would have a 50-50 split between male and female, and it's described as following. Warmium is a Pokemon that keeps the body temperature constant. It uses its tail shaped and the openings in its armor to regulate heat. Its long face is ideal for reaching for food in deep holes in the ground. When they are close to evolving, Warmians stop keeping their body temperature regulated, allow the heat to completely escape, and that's when they just explode into flames, and you get yourself a Heatmore. Two Pokemon that would perfectly kind of match into each other in conflict. At least that's what I see here. So what are you guys' thoughts and opinions on these? Let us know in the comment section down below. And that's going to be the end of the video, ladies and gents. Feel free to answer our question of the day for a chance to be featured in the next video. If you want to see another video about some pre-evolutions, then simply drop a like down below. That's it for today. I'll see you next time. Peace out and bye-bye.